never know who might be there, you know what I mean? People from Messenger could be there. It's gonna be at the basement, 254 Lansdowne on the 12th of April. Alright? Big up yourself, Clayton.
We all gonna chop the same chop. We all gonna chop the same chop.
All about some unity in the community, you know? However we can achieve it. Some unity in the community. This one from an artist out there.
Everything that goes around will come around. Everything that goes around will come around. Everything that goes around will come around. Around.
Sounds like karma thing.
Everything that goes around will come around. Everything that goes around will come around. Everything that goes around will come around. Around. Looking for a woman who can sing my hooks. Library princess, keep her head in the books. I'm a freedom fighter destined to reach the people. Most of the time my journey been strictly uphill. Still putting one foot in front of the other. Trying to land my big toes so my gait don't stumble. If you knew my story, you might say I'm a soldier. Old friends I barely recognize, hardly know ya. Yes, that's what happens when you ain't stagnant. Constantly evolving and some can't stand it. It's a spiritual war, gotta deprogram from the lies we told. Just one grand scam. Keep the people occupied, keep them in line. Push them away from the truth they might find. The real ones know it comes from both sides. So rise up, cause we running out of time. Yeah. Everything that goes around will come around. Everything that goes around will come around. Everything that goes around will come around. Lately it's hard to relate to many. Rather have some real ones than fakes aplenty. We in troubled times, things mighty heavy. Looking for a sign that might direct me, but in many ways had to build
brand new stuff.
Closest to God.
Prolific in the place, brethren. Bless up.
Getting out my
yeah?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, man. Closer to the mic.
That real.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure and an honor.
Sure. So you're a hip hop rapper, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Are you just a rapper that just spits beats on spits on anything in that sense?
I mean,
any rhythm, any genre, you're all over the place. It sounds like you have a vibe, so
a little bit all over the place. I think music is kind of music, so
that's exactly
hip hop, meshed with some reggae influence. There's piano, guitar, like stacks of like all sorts of stuff on the album. So yeah.
So where are you coming from with this, with this vibes and just what you're spitting out?
You know what? Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world, like you were talking about, and I just am coming from a place where I want to open up the dialogue and have more community and conversations, and sort of be about that, and kind of offer a positive message of hope, but also talk realistically about the things that are going on.
True. So why not just keep it in the hip hop vein and do it that way? Why mix it up with different genres then in that sense? You know what I mean? Do you think you can get more exposure this way, where you have that wider genre selection, if you want to call it that, in your album in comparison to just a straight hip hop album?
I think that's
with
part of it.
Hip-hop beats then in that sense. You understand what I mean when I say hip-hop album?
Sure, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I feel like I'm just trying to be my most authentic self, and I grew up around and was influenced by so many different music. Even like as far back as The Clash, like used a lot of different sounds in their music, and
right.
So I was kind of raised on that stuff, The Clash, Public Enemy, and all that. So it's like it seeps into my own.
As you say, The Clash, and that's reflecting all of the West Indian people, them who kind of went into England and all over the place there, and kind of educated them musically wise to our stuff.
Yeah.
So it just sounds typical Toronto, if you want to call it that, then, right? People who grew up within that. They had some Indian over there, they had some Trinis over there, some Jamaicans over there, and kind of grab all the influences them from that.
But where where I
Yeah,
went.
absolutely. And you know, I just it's not like I sat down necessarily and said this is what I'm gonna do, but
Right, it
you know,
just came to you.
Yeah, I played around with all the first album. I feel like you can kind of see that I'm playing around with different sounds and finding that voice. And
True.
yeah, just sometimes it just kind of comes to you. You don't even really know how, or at least for me. So,
Identity.
yeah.
I find it interesting, and I've always said that to all the hip hop artists that are people I've met up through Masterplan back in the day. You know, you got any reggae tracks on the album, you know, which is, to me, it's a great thing because it pulls people like me into your realm, then in that sense, right? And probably I wouldn't even been interested if there wasn't any reggae and kind of
Right, for sure. There you go. Right.
ska vibes in there, you know. So
Written illustration.
it's a good thing. So where do you see yourself? I know you have a new album out there. So where is that available, and what is that all about? And maybe you can go into even a few of the tracks that are there on the new album. What's the name of it and all of that?
That one, the first one you were just playing was called Everything That Goes Around Will Come Around. So
Right.
obviously I'm talking a little bit about karma there and stuff like that. But also the general theme of a lot of the songs on the album is what's going on in the world. And I just believe about building community over all this like emphasis on individualism lately. I think we have to build community and have conversations, and I mean that was my ultimate goal for the album. So even the fact that I'm sitting here talking to you is like a major win, and sort of the kind of thing that I had in mind. Just
It's
like
building.
use the platform.
It's building.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
building, right?
You know,
Yeah,
exactly, right?
Exactly that.
So it was important for, you know, like there's, it's not that I don't like other types of music that don't talk about necessarily deeper things, but for me, my most authentic self kind of has to come from that place, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Reggae has always been
Yes.
big as far as social commentary,
Yeah.
and addressing issues. Then in that sense, right? And I'm not knocking hip hop, because hip hop in the
No.
original state,
Yes,
did
in
just
the
that.
original.
Maybe it got watered down to, you know, I guess like dancehall in some senses, watered down to, you know, just.
Yeah.
You know, women and you know, ass and tits or whatever it might be in that sense, right? And not necessarily talking about the issues anymore. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I commend you for, you know, thinking on that line. And so do you see yourself making money, or is there a money thing, or is it just trying to get the message out that you want to let out? You know what I mean?
You know, obviously, money doesn't hurt. It allows me to make more music, right?
yeah.
But I mean, even in one of my songs, I say this is not a product; it's a call up, right? So you know, it's hard for me to honestly to think about it as a product. It's hard for me to say, hey, it's on Bandcamp, go buy it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, I would appreciate that support and could make more music. But I really want to. I'm really about being more plugged into the community and having these conversations. So
Sure.
this to me is like more value in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, so where did the name come from?
The name Prolific Tricks?
Yeah.
You know, I always wrote poetry, even going way back to when I was like small, and
Right.
and I had prolific trickery in a poem, so it evolved from that.
Okay.
So I like to think of myself as a prolific writer and whatnot, and I have a few tricks up my sleeve, so
Interesting.
that's where that comes from.
That's a good thing. I think you're just gonna have to keep it that prolific, and that would probably be it. You know what I mean? What I say, it's like a kick up for sure. I love it, brethren. You keep the vibes going. So in 5 years, where are we gonna see Prolific? Is he gonna be all over the place, smashing up the place, all over the place?
Listen, I hope so. I really do. And you know, I got the first album out now. I'm gonna be going back into the studio already.
Already thinking about the
next
second
week.
line.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You gotta stay ahead. So
That's good. That's
trying to build some momentum and get some exposure. And can't thank you enough for having me on here. And yeah, that's what it's about, man. Like. Until I go broke, I'm gonna keep doing this. So it's not about making money, but obviously we all have to eat and you know, sustain ourselves.
So tell them the name of the album and where it's available and all of that stuff again.
Okay, for sure. The name of the album it's called Down to Earth. There's 3 exclusive tracks on Bandcamp, so you get the whole album on Bandcamp, prolifictricks.bandcamp.com, and you can also hear most of the album on wherever you listen to your music.
All right. Anybody you want to big up out there might be listening, might be interested, or how do they get a hold of you too after you tell them, anybody you big up about?
You can get a hold of me at prolifictrickery@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at prolifictrickery. And if you just want to listen to the music, it's Prolific Tricks most places.
Right. So who you bigging up out there?
Who am I picking up? Like people that are listening, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. You might have some of your friends or.
Yeah, I'm sure a couple of them are listening. I told them about it. I know my mom's listening. Hi, Mom. Love you.
Always have mom support.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, all right?
I just want to say hello to my city. I hope you like the music and check it out, and I appreciate y'all.
It just shows what Toronto is all about. We're all integrated into this thing.
Absolutely.
Thank you again, Brethren. Bless up, yeah?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Prolific. Yeah, man.
The knowledge is handed down. Wise elders, not many left around. Hard to lose any, strong roots is paramount. That provided guidance keeps us staying grounded. Deep is the lore, all connected by our stories. Became more separated into categories. But we're all linked, much more than we think. Put thoughts to ink, keeps us from sinking. Painting pictures, observing, documenting. Real ones stay always representing. A forever legacy, keeping up the energy. Equal no supremacy, light the path for all to see. Void of any jealousy, building strong community. I and I identity, burn into our memory. Third eye is the vision we turn into a melody. Magical longevity, moving solidarity. Call me crazy, I'm just looking for some clarity. I ain't out here chasing fame or popularity. If you a hater, maybe you should see some therapy. I'm staying humble, I ain't asking for no charity. Call me crazy, I'm just looking for some clarity. I ain't out here chasing fame or popularity. If you a hater, maybe you should see some therapy. I'm staying humble, I ain't asking for no charity. Written illustrations out of higher vibration. Enlightened congregation come from all nations. Older citations, ethereal quotations. Bold fixation on rhyme formations. World of cold situations like bomb and aid stations. Freight innovation, poetic destination. Lyrical sedation, record on rotation. Round and round and round, sound conflation. Views and grooves, high like flotation. Still room to learn and teach by demonstration. The spirit burns, it's off the grid. Always turning, never tangled or twisted. Forever yearning off in the distance. New experience for all to witness. True clearance through persistence of adhering to coexistence. Call me crazy, I'm just looking for some clarity. I ain't out here chasing fame or popularity. If you a hater, maybe you should see some therapy. I'm staying humble.
89.5. You got your stuff, Rasta at CIUT.FM. Send the stuff to me, alright? Don't matter.
You should see some therapy.
If you're a hip-hop artist doing reggae, we love it all the same way. It's all about the reggae stuff, yeah, man. T-Dot, we are 10:48, going till midnight. Should be something from Club Net around that time. It ain't about popularity. Brethren showing some clarity inside of it there. I tell you, Prolific in my Guana, who here the aya. Yeah, man. Black Art not the place, you know. Evening to friendliness. If you're on the outside, you're listening, brethren. And big up Trey Son. I know you're there now. Go on.